Hey y'all, I thought I'd pop on here and put a review on a very interesting instrument. I have in my hands here probably one of my favorite rhythm instruments of all time. This is a gold tone micro bass. And to kind of go over the specs of this thing, this is a Sapele, an all Sapele laminated body, if I'm not mistaken. It may be all Sapele. I don't know. I'd have to double check on that part. But it's a got that plus some a rosewood bridge, rosewood fretboard. If I'm not mistaken, inch and 11/16 nut. Um, it does have a pickup in it. The UB 300T is the pickup that's in this micro bass, and has the gold tone rubber strings. They've been on there since 2018. They sound great, and I don't have this thing plugged up, and it's really great acoustically. It's really loud. Just playing with that is just it blows my mind at how deep this is at such a small size, and how close it actually kind of sounds to a upright bass without actually having the big upright bass on and everything. And it works great in the studio. I've done some recording with this bass hooked up to an amplifier and just acoustically on my most recent recording. And I actually like this thing unplugged better in the studio. And I've played this thing live, and it really cuts really good and projects really well, uh, even with even without an amplifier. I'm really surprised. Live you have to have an amplifier, and not a very big amplifier, one of them small cubes, as I would call it, and holds tune great. Once you get the strings all uh, kind of seated and everything, it don't really lose its tuning. But I go ahead and check the tuning on it just out of habit. But I'll do a couple of runs here with this thing and see what y'all think. It's really mind-boggling. Well, that's kind of the overall sound of it acoustically. I can't really hook up the amplifier right now because being as it's late at night, I don't want to wake up the neighbors. But it sounds really good through the amplifier as well. One little thing I do want to note, if you may notice it on camera, there's a lot of white on the fretboard. And what that is uh, I've had to use baby powder on my hands because these strings are very sticky, so it's kind of hard to do to slide around. These not so much because I don't have to put baby powder on as much as often now because they've kind of gotten to where they're slick. But you still kind of have to powder up your hands in order to get that slick feel, and that's why there's a lot of white on the fretboard is from all the baby powder because we have rubbed it on. I've rubbed it on the fretboard. I've rubbed it on the strings. Rubbed it on my hands just to get it slick. And over time, you do have to occasionally do that. For right now, they're kind of on the sticky side. They need to be done again with baby powder, but it does fine for right now. And if you ever need a small bass to pack around or just have a good practice or in a practice session and you need a small and you want to get a small bass instead of drag out the big old upright or the big old precision bass, get one of these. This is the acoustic model. The acoustic model only takes these rubber strings because if you put the metal ones on, this will fold up like a book because of the tension. But they do make a solid body. Kind of looks like a Les Paul in a way. But it can take either these strings or the metal strings. So that might be something you want to look at as well. Another great option is the U-bass. It's a smaller scale. It's the size of a ukulele. This is kind of the size of a little kid's guitar. Which I like this one better than the U-bass because this one has a lot of projection acoustically. Whereas the U-bass is a much thinner body and doesn't have a lot of resonance to those. Plus, on the back, the U-bass will have a place for the pickup. Whereas this one, you can actually, when you take the strings off, you can reach your hand and feel the pickup in this. And the pickup that's on the micro bass, if I'm not mistaken, is the same pickup that they have in the U-bass, or at least they look the same aesthetically. I'd have to check that as far as the model numbers. At least with mine, it has a built-in tuner in it, so that's really nice too. And I like one feature I do like about this pickup is when you first plug it in and turn it on, it won't turn on until you tune it and push the tuner button. And which I like that better because sometimes you accidentally let that ring out and the bass comes on and microphones are squealing and you make the sound man mad and he runs you off the stage. But which I've never had that happen before. But that's one feature I do like about this bass in particular. So that'll be the end of this short review video about the micro bass. Probably one of my favorite basses of all time. So thank you all for watching and keep on playing music.